folks. I just wanted to take a minute to contemplate on the topic of why did the left choose Biden? Because, he does make them look rather ridiculous. Not only is he weak and feeble and struggling, and he has many, many negatives and not very popular either, and it's kind of embarrassing. But I guess when you looked at all the array of other candidates the Democrat Party had to offer in 2020, Biden still doesn't come out very good. But there are still many reasons why that he ended up being chosen. He was not the most popular by a long shot. And, yeah, he's definitely an embarrassment. So, we can see why Kamala Harris was picked, because she checked the boxes of woman and ethnic race. However, Biden, I think the chief reason that he was chosen is because the Democrat voter base trusts him. The rhinos probably trust him because the low information voter trusts him, because they'll say, oh, he was vice president under Obama and we voted for Obama, so he must be good and he'll be a steady, firm hand to stabilize the country. Of course, that's what the Democrats think. But so he had name recognition, he had credentials in the Democrat areas, and he is fully controlled by the establishment. Because some of the other candidates that in the Democrat Party, like Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, the Cory Booker, all them, some of them were not controlled by the establishment, and the establishment wanted to make double, triple sure they only got establishment candidates close to the White House. Because some of the other, like I said, the other Democrat candidates, they were more of loose cannons. They weren't controlled. And like I said, Biden is easy to control because he's old and feeble. And the other ones also were not as well known, so the Democrats' regular base might not warm up to them. So this is basically why the left chose Biden. Despite his shortcomings, and also that he was an old white man, that's a big negative. But they seem to think that would be overlooked by their voter base. And by hook or by crook, they were going to drag him over the finish line. So this just shows the lack of talent, the lack of personality that the Democrat Party had to offer in general. They were scraping the bottom of the barrel. And while 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, Biden might have made a respectable, logical candidate, in his present state, he was not a logical choice. So that just goes to prove the Democrat Party was absolutely desperate. And they're overlooking all the faux pas and the gaffes because they just need some kind of puppet figurehead in the White House that they can control, and that is what we have. So those are some good answers to why they decided on Biden, despite all of his shortcomings. And basically, what Washington has descended into is personal petty vendettas among the DC elites. They don't care about the people. This is all about the one-upmanship. Democrats wanted to one-up Trump. They wanted to get back at him by stopping building the wall. They wanted to get back at him by, starting wars in the Middle East. They wanted to undo whatever he had done because they were jealous and they were vengeful, and they're not thinking of how this is going to impact the American people. No, they don't care about the people. They care about their pocketbook and their money. So, this is what we have, a ruling class completely detached from the whole of society. And it's just completely pathetic, and I personally think some form of secession is the only thing that's going to pull us out of this corrupt system. But apparently the people seem like they want to work on fixing the system from within. And personally don't think that will work too well. I mean, they're welcome to try, so hopefully it will work. But, I mean, because the left has controlled all our institutions, and they have basically made it illegal to enforce the law. So I don't see how you're going to come back from that. That's why I'm saying just secede and start over and confront them and the corruption from position of power, and just say we're starting fresh. So, but we'll see how this plays out. I will preach for secession, and we'll see how everybody does at trying to fix the system from within. But the Biden administration, the left, is moving awfully fast to close up any loopholes that the American people will have of having a say in government ever again. So, that's another reason why I do not think fixing within the system is going to work. It's going to take too long. But anyway, so if we're all scratching our heads of why Biden? Why Biden? I guess these answers are as good as any. Trusted by the Democrat base and low-info voters. He had some credentials and reputation. Fully controlled by the establishment. Just a puppet and a figurehead. And they figured they can control him and keep out the inexperienced ones that might not listen 100% to the activists and the establishment. All right, folks. Talk to you later. Let freedom ring.